Sarah. I am a librarian in training, and I also work full-time in corporate America. And I am really, really excited about today, because today I am going to spend my entire day either at the library or doing library things. I'm going to events at libraries, I'm going to little free libraries, I'm going to the Friends of the Library warehouse to do some shopping, and I am just really, really excited. As someone who loves libraries as much as I do, I've never just fully spent a whole day at a library, and I don't know why. So we're gonna change that today. My day actually started on the way to my first library event. I listened to this podcast about alternative libraries. It was like a little short one. It's actually called Short Stuff is the name of the podcast. And they talked about little free libraries and human libraries. Y'all know I love little free libraries. I've made videos about this before. But human libraries are basically the concept of like checking out a human book, aka like you go to this place and there's humans who have different life experiences. Maybe they're unhoused, maybe they're a minority, a different religion than you. I just have some different like life experience or perspective on life, and you just sit down with them and have a conversation and ask them any questions as if you're like reading a book about the topic that they want to talk about. And I have heard of these before, but it was really cool to just kind of like hear the background story of it. It's actually created in Denmark. It was kind of like part performance art, part like TED Talk-esque kind of thing. It was just really, really cool to like spend my morning learning a little bit more about libraries before I go to my first library event, which it is actually a walk, like a nature walk. So they do this every Monday at one of the branches here in Cincinnati. The Clifton branch is where I'm currently at. And it's just like a 30-minute walk kind of in like the woods, like a paved wooded area near this branch. And I think one Monday out of the month they have like a partner from a local like health related organization come and talk about the benefits of walking and like being in nature. But today it's just going to be a walk, and I'm actually really excited because it kind of checks off a lot of things that I love in my life. Libraries. I'm trying to be better about being around people and getting out of my house, so it helps with that. And I'm working on getting my steps in every day. So let us walk. Oh, cool. Yes.
From the first moment I saw you, I knew I had to make you mine. Wanted to know everything about you. I didn't want to waste no time. What's something I can do for you, darling, that would make you smile? I'll bring you flowers, girl, enough to see for miles.
That was so sweet. It was just like such a cutesy little 30-minute walk through the park, and it was all like retired people and they were so sweet, and we talked about music and like their careers, and a lot of them are retired professors, so we talked about like what they used to teach, and they were just like so nice and welcoming and asked me questions and congratulated me on getting into grad school. And it was just like a really nice way to start the morning, and just like get, you know, a couple thousand steps in. I am at library number 2 of the day, and this one is a new to me library. I have never been to this branch. It was literally like less than a mile from the other branch that I was at, and that is one of the beautiful things about working in a relatively small city like Cincinnati that has 42 locations, like branches of the library system. Like, you are never too far from a library. So I am here at Corryville and I hang out and chill, which is a beautiful thing to do at a library. much later in the afternoon now. I actually left the libraries this morning, went and ran some errands, came back out to, my goodness, to hit some additional library locations. I also stopped up friends of the library. I was on the hunt for this Beverly Jenkins book called Indigo that I really want to read for Juneteenth, which is later this week, but I cannot find it anywhere. The library doesn't have a physical copy, like, anywhere in the system. I've checked local bookstores. I thought maybe friends might have it. No luck. So I might either have to just read the ebook or order it somewhere online, which I don't love to do, but might be my last resort. While I was there, I did find a gardening book, which I'm really glad that I did. I found a gardening book at the library and at Friends because I am trying to start some container gardening in my home. I am hoping to start actual garden beds when we move into our new house later this year, but I want to test it out and see how I do and kind of learn some things in a smaller environment before I actually build beds and commit to this long term. So I am doing container gardening to kind of get started. So I'm glad that I found some beginner books about container gardening in particular. So I kind of flipped through those, and glad that I found them because I knew there was a seed library at one of the other branches that I just stopped at, Wyoming branch. It is a beautiful library. It makes sense that they have a seed library there because the landscaping outside of the library is just gorgeous. So I picked up some seeds from there: summer squash, radish, zucchini, and what was it? I literally was just in there and I just had it. It wasn't peas. Oh, maybe green beans is what I got. But yeah, so I'm excited. They all work really well in containers, so that was a real win for me. Now I am on a walk in the neighborhood because I know that there are quite a few little free libraries in this area, and I've got a few things that I kind of want to drop off at some of the libraries, some books that I am just ready to kind of unhaul. I also had a friend send me a very lovely package of bookish things as a thank you for sending her a signed copy of a Matt Dinneman book from a library event that I went to a couple weeks ago. And it was just full of stuff, and it was so sweet of her. And also at the same time, I don't need a lot of stuff. Some of the things just aren't things that I will use or think I'll find useful. So I was you know what, that's a perfect thing to drop off in little free libraries for people, because I love when little free libraries have little trinkets and things in them too. So I figured this would be a good thing to bring along with me and drop off in those little free libraries as I'm wandering about. I also hope you can hear me because I'm walking right next to the street and I just realized that it might be a little loud. So let's hope that works. But the last thing that I've also got to drop off are two books that I picked up from Friends, in addition to my gardening book. So they have at Friends a $10 minimum if you want to use a card to purchase your items instead of cash. And I was you know, I could pick up two children's books to put in some of the little free libraries as well, because I just love doing that, especially picking diverse books to put in the little free libraries. So the two that I chose, one is about Pride, because it is Pride Month, and I picked a book that also has diverse representation racially in the book as well. And then the second book is a recipe from Black history for every month of the year. So it teaches about important moments in Black history through food, which is something that I think is really cool. I really like when books meet people where they are and with what they're interested in. So that a kid's book did this, I love. So I picked up that one too. All right, we are hitting the first little free library here. I think I'm gonna see how it's looking and drop off a few things. inside of a little free library. I feel like it's only fitting. This has been such a wonderful and fun day. I have just loved spending the day with you and spending the day with libraries and library adjacent things. So thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you next time, and until then, bye bye.
Got me up on a late night. You steady playing on my mind.